Welcome to the Wheelers Podcast. How you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? We are back this evening. I got to get my TikTok started tonight as well, but let me get the camera straight here first for you guys. We back. Let me get straight shit out. We just chilling out where we at tonight. But anyway, check it out. Oh yeah, got a good show for you tonight. Let me go live with TikTok. Go live where we at. Right here. What's happening? We on TikTok as well tonight. What's going on with you, my peoples? We here, we live. We got a great show for you this evening. It's the known unknown, or the unknown known show. Yeah, we're gonna get deep into it because there's a lot to discuss about the unknown, about what you know and what you don't know, the unseen. Air, feel it, can't see it. Spirit. Another word for spirit is air. That's all it is. Another word for spirit is just air. 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 Yeah. Spirit is air. That's why we look at Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying? We ain't walking upstairs. We ain't walking on air tonight, but I'm just telling you, Michael Jordan was like air. That's why they call him Air Jordan. The baddest. But anyway, we ain't getting into that. It's the known unknown. Y'all know that shit. But anyway, the unknown known show tonight on the Willis Parker. Yeah. So here we go. Check it out. We're going to go ahead and jump into the show. But first of all, I do want you guys to check out the WillisPodcast.com. Check out the merchandise. Check it out. Maybe purchase some merch. Do that. You know what I'm saying? Check out the shows. Check out the WillisPodcast.com. Go ahead and subscribe, like, share. I talk about a lot of intricate things on this show that you can learn a lot from. I'm pretty sure you've seen my shorts all over the place. But anyway, just keep going, keep learning, keep being tuned into Willis Podcast. But anyway, here we go. First whip moment is, have you ever just known something? Like literally, having a conversation, you have had a thought or a mind process that just said, wait a minute, you thought about what you said because you've given advice to someone that they asked for, and you just pulled knowledge from the inter person out. Have you ever impressed yourself? And have you always had to garner that back because you don't ever want to intellectually masturbate? You don't ever want to sound like you're doing too much. You just want to give something applicable to where you can exchange properly and you can always see them to the end. That's called a solution-based mindset. It's when you discover that you have range in your vision. Vision range. That's what I like to call it. When you got range, it's when you can think. It's when you can critically think too. It's when you know things. It's when you can catch the rhythm of something and discover. It's when you can dance or catch a beat. That means you've done some things before. It ain't have to be in this lifetime. That means you've done some shit for real. So that's when you always have that notion. You just know things. And then, due to the fact that I know a lot of melanated Black people experience this, I can't speak for anybody else because I'm an Aboriginal Black American. I know so and true. That's why I know when people be on that bullshit fabrications, like, I don't mean no disrespect, but it's a lot of elders that was really not on this Aboriginal. They it's like they knew it, but they kind of like ran with the Africa thing. It's like they pushed that shit to the side, like it didn't matter. Like they was like, oh well, we all African anyway, so we just gonna run with this Africa thing. Like we gonna all get along. Yeah, that was so. I feel, and there is a lot of proof that shit was feeling based. That shit wasn't meant out of no truth. That shit was not meant out of any truth. That was feeling based. It was not. That's some shit they orchestrated. And it's even with the books that you read in between of all of them, from Cloud Winners to, the Hidden Colors documentaries. Everything has to include. Everything is so inclusive, and it wasn't that. It was, but it wasn't that inclusive because there are, and I appreciate everybody that's here, clearing the path, clearing the story. Shout out to Mike TV too. Y'all should check Mike TV out. We have a similar story. He's proven a lot. I've proven it. I'll show you. He's even got a the ancestry.com page of so shout out to Mike TV for real. Salute to Mike TV. But I discovered him. Shit, I was like, man, hey, Muskogee, man, we from the same places. Shit, I'm pretty sure we related. If I'm from Pensacola, I grew up in Pensacola, Florida. My folks from Mississippi, Alabama. Grew up in Pensacola, but we got folks that was like my mama's side, my grandma. She can't stand New York or the East Coast and hate Georgia because her folks from here. Her dad is from Georgia. So that's the connection to Oscarville. Those connections to them places that all that atrocious shit happened here in Georgia. Not me personally. Me coming back to Georgia of my grandfathers. I love Georgia. It's a place of reverence for me. Then I got an uncle here. Uncle Ed. My dad, one of my dad's partners, but found out we related. Yeah. So, like my uncle. So he showed me we have a very symbiotic relationship. Showed me a lot of things. My pops have shown me so many things. Told me about my daddy Will. So I've always been giving my indigenous studies time and time and time and time again. Especially even with my living grandparents, always gave me these studies time and time and time and time again. And you know what never came up? Africa. Never, not one fucking time. Now Africa have never came out of their mouth. Even when who had to bring Africa up? Me, the inquisitive one. And they told me what you got to do with that. Well, you don't, no. Boy, he ain't from Alabama. Boy, you from hell. You think everybody with dog skin, and that's when they started telling me about all of what they said. So I'm telling you, man, I had to verify this older and older I get. I don't even have to verify no more. It's just the fact that it's just true. I can just share. That's all it's about, sharing. Sharing is caring. That's why I call this the selfless moment, selfless podcast. It's selflessness going on. I'm an Aboriginal original of the originals, of the only kind of the original. So I owe it to you to tell you the truth. I have to. I couldn't live with myself if I would sit up here and pander for any goddamn body. That's just not gonna goddamn happen. Never. Anyway, next what moment? Unconsciously aware. See, we talk a lot about what we speak a lot about intuition and what intuition is. And intuition is when you know from your first mind, you got a whole lot of different sensors in your body that let you know when shit about to go down, when somebody lying, when somebody feels some kind of way about you. They cannot hide that energy that pulsates off just that fast. They can mask it, right? They can't take it back though, because I already felt the animosity. I already felt the hate. I felt that shit. You can't take it back. I already felt what you tried to do. You tried to slide one in, and I felt that shit. Whether it was verbally, from an energy, you cannot even be aware of what the fuck you did. And I know. I can feel it. It's like a flare that your ass sent out of your little old shit you got going on, your hatred or whatever the fuck you got going on with you. That shit flares out. I'm telling you, you can feel that shit from people. So that allows you to know that you can feel energy. Children are the best examples. You know why they stare at certain people like, and then you look at a person, what the fuck you looking at? And you get the same, hey, stop staring at that goddamn person. I don't want no shit, okay? But you got to warn your child, don't stare at people to show that person that they staring at, they crazy as fuck. You got to be like, hey, Don't stare crazy. You got to show that person that your child got manners, and you don't want no smoke with them because you're vulnerable. I don't give a fuck what you are. You are vulnerable when you are with your child, so you must adhere. Your child, that was a signal. You see who around. What you looking at, baby? Oh, shit. Hey, don't look at them. We gonna go on about our business, all right? We gonna keep it cool, keep it moving. You don't know the way. We gonna intuition. Children, you should have that same intuition as your child. That's the only way you can raise them. It's the only way you can raise them. You don't have to be. Uh, you don't have to put you and yourself in a position to be different from your child. They just like your ass. And then you act like you can't identify. Yes, the fuck you can. Because it's you. That's why you can identify. You know damn well who they get that shit from, your ass. Yeah. So stop playing. Tell them the truth. Get real with them goddamn kids, man, because that's what they need right now. They got to understand where your ass fell. Are you ashamed where you failed at? Yeah, I can tell you where I failed at a lot of times. I can tell you I can tell you where mama failed me at. Did I have to keep being a failure? No, of course not. Was my mother a failure? Fuck no, of course not. One of the most successful people I have ever known in my fucking life. Is she still mean? Yeah, but it doesn't change the facts. Success is success, and she was that. But anyway, the next what moment is the subconsciously aware. See, when you're subconsciously aware, that's when you have practiced and you have distributed and you have made good of something so that your subconscious can cover you when you're in a solid, good place. That means when you're sleeping, when you're in a public environment, when you can pick up on things you're not thinking about, but it's there because you're aware, you see it, and you have to go. Maybe you just have to. Maybe you got to go take shit. I don't know. Maybe you just feel like something's wrong. Wait a minute. Or if you ain't got to take a shit, you got some eerie feeling like people moving funny. Let me get the fuck up out of here. Whether that's a party, an event, or anywhere. It's that eerie feeling. Here we go. Make sure we're back on. Okay. It's that eerie, let me check my settings over here. We're good. All right, we're good. But it's that real eerie feeling to where it's like something comes over you. And you got to be like, wait a minute. Some shit about to go down, man. I don't feel right about this shit. Let me get the fuck up out of here. We got to go. Or maybe you just fucking, your body just, you slept too long and you avoided a cataclysm or something awful that happened. But be grateful for those things. That means you're touched. You appreciate it. You love. You got something to do. So you should get to doing it. I hope you understand that. Anyway, let's get to the next word moment. Because wait. I won't move too fast with you because that subconscious awareness is very powerful because I will let it go because it leads me into the next word moment. The next word moment is deja vu. When you've lived through it, kind of like, damn, wait a minute, I know. Shit. Damn, hey, that shit just happened. And you got that little butterfly feeling in your stomach, and she's like, I know damn well that shit just happened. Hey, that's projections, vibrations. You know what I'm saying? Shit be shifting in front of your eyes, you know, and then you walk through it, like, wait a minute, that was supposed to happen? Wow, that shit you just drifted into it, and I just felt this shit. Yeah, that's how that shit happens. That's how you know we're in a veil, spiritual realm, those type of things. Always be aware, people. Always be aware. I was checking on my I got TikTok on, I got YouTube, so y'all, my eyes be dripping back and forth, so just chill out with me. But anyway, here we go. Some people don't understand how this is the next whoop moment because you got to understand deja vu is those type of moments that you have already seen before. They have already happened, and you drifted into it. Just drifted into it. Yeah, it's kind of how that happened. And then you got, which also leads some people to not from deja vu, but from the actualities of thinking. You get confused of the illusion. You want to sit on that shit all day. Some people get afraid of deja vu, don't even want to keep moving. Oh God, it's devil. Everything is the damn devil to them. It prohibits you from living. It prohibits you from operating. You're paralyzed. You got to stop associating everything with evil and start associating the things that happen in your life with you so you can solve your puzzles, riddles, so that you can get to your sums of what you actually are. Confusion is the illusion. That's when you have an overload of outside influence. An overload of outside influence. You have taken on so much shit. Even when you spend a time with yourself, you're outside of yourself because you're on that damn device. When you equate taking time to yourself with you and your device, that's not time to self. That's time to, that's when your ass be fucking off and be fucked up. That's what that is. You don't take time to be productive. You take time to fuck off, amuse, and entertain yourself. And most of the time it's in the wrong goddamn way too. For most folks. Most of the motherfuckers are perverts. You don't grow well. So you take time off to goddamn find a way to get even more perverted than you was yesterday. That's some of you motherfuckers. Not all. But I gotta make it funny because you know that shit is true. You old raggedy motherfuckers, man. Y'all better be careful with that shit. But confusion is the illusion. Always take time and value time within yourself to go through, to grow through yourself for yourself, and it will benefit you and people around you in the future, in the present, and you can also heal a lot of parts of your past. Your legacy is the reason you want to make yourself last. But anyway, what do I know? Anyway, the next what moment, the illusion of accomplishment. I'm not telling you that because you don't make good money and you don't do the things that you're supposed to do in life that are great, grand, and awesome, that they're false. It's just an illusion. Because have you ever accomplished your knowledge of what you can do besides operating as a status quo? You just want to do the shit that other people do. You want the same ass lift, you want the same tit job, you want the same car, you want the same fucking house, you want the same. All that shit is external. What have you done for you lately? What have you done for you lately? Ooh, yeah. Y'all motherfuckers ain't done shit for y'all ass lately at all. Nothing spiritually, emotionally. You know, you'll consume good. Y'all motherfucking women love retail therapy. And you dudes love some side pussies. So, you know. Is that all you want out of life? Where's the development? Where's the growth? Pillow talk dead? Everybody got to get up and leave quick. Damn, that's a fucked up life to live. I wouldn't want to live like that. Some people are good at that. Some people just need their itch scratched and whatever. But it's how they think. It's how other people think. I'm gonna tell you something. It's shit. It's something about psychology, right? Let me turn my camera around on this motherfucker. I'm sorry, y'all. Fucked up the whole time. There we go. Y'all ever heard of Adolf Huxley? I'm sure you college kids have. Let's get into a little bit of Adolf Huxley. Adolf Huxley. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like shit like this, man. It's my shit. So you got to understand what the perennial psychology is. When you talk about the art of thought, the nature of the ground, personality, sanctity, divine, incarnation, God in the world, charity, mortification, none, attachment, right, livelihood, truth, religion, temperament, self-knowledge. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you guys? Grace and free will, good and evil, time and eternity, salvation, deliverance, enlightenment, immortality, survival, silence, prayer, suffering, faith. God is not mocked. You're talking about civilization and how the study of an indigenous people behaved through right and knowledge of God and understanding and truth. But it was written so that who the wild man, the pale man could understand. Nobody has to put that in words that is built within you. Nobody ever has to tell you not to kill your mother and your father. Shit. Are you serious? Hmm. See, when you understand how to bring up civilization, you have to understand that people have to have a code and a pact. White people go to church too. Everybody goes to church. Everybody has a pact within their tribe. So you have to codify something with what? How to treat your brethren. But when you got to be taught something and it's not in you, that means you want to bestow something on a person because it's not in a person. There's a big fucking difference. There's a pretend and there's an internal. Pretend people, intricate beings. There's a whole lot of things that you don't understand and know because you don't want to. It's not because you can't understand and learn. It's because you will use your own brain to trick yourself out of the truth due to self-gain, arrogance, ignorance, and simply the ability to not want to interpret the truth. Those are the facts. But anyway, let's get to the next what moment. Because the illusion of hold on, wait. The illusion of accomplishment is people think they did something that they never fucking done. You can't pick something up that was already there, already in motion, already, and lie about it and act as if you did it. When it comes back on you, you see how low that looks, and to perpetuate. How long does it take to perpetuate a lie when you know it's a lie and you perpetuate it knowing it's a lie and you know the truth? That's a low-life, scummy being. That's a person that doesn't belong inside of the human lexicon. Do you understand those facts? Please understand that. Let me get to the next book moment. Knowing self is the highest accomplishment. See, the problem with old scholars is young scholars are doing the actual work. And we have just so happened to outwork you. You should be proud. We should be better scholars. It's just like all of you boomers. Can't nobody outthink you. Can't nobody outwork you. Can't nobody outdo the research you've done. You've done better than Dr. Clark. We will outdo you. We ain't say we ain't need you. I'm just saying, you trying to fight a fight you can't win. You too old to win that fight because you've been bouncing on that same lie all these years. Now you want to correct the shit and civilize? You can't do that shit. Step aside, pal. Dig that shit. It's a psychological game with everything. So there's another big argument. Everybody that think LBA is too big of a tent. No, it's not. It's not. We're all technically LBAs. If you think about it, it's a big tent for what? black Aboriginal Americans and people that have been here that amalgamated to Americas in the 1700s. And how is that a fucking problem? That's the ethnogenesis. Is that not your family members? Is that not your cousins? How is it too big of a tip? Because some people want to be set so far aside, they want to be better. Same bullshit, see? Am I American Indian? Yeah, but the darker brand, the real American Indian. Uh-huh. But does that make me different from an FBA? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I don't see the fucking argument, to be quite honest with you. I think it's people that want to perpetuate bullshit and want to feel special. Your ass ain't special. We all got the same goddamn blood. We all been through the same shit. Some of us were slaves, some were not. My people weren't. Some of them, later they were. They amalgamated later. See, all our families are interwoven. You know what fucking year it is? Can I trace my shit all the way back? Hell yeah, I can. Before the 1500s, 14s, 13s, 12s, and ever fucking so on. That far. I can trace the motherfuckers back in England that far too. Just can't happen to do it in Africa. I wonder why. Because a lot of the shit that you motherfuckers been told is a solid ass lie. I wasn't born in 2000. I wasn't born in 1990. I was born in 1980. I'm a Generation X motherfucker. I was born when my mom and my daddy, shit, they were American Indians. Their parents were Indians. They just grew up in a society that called them something else. Negro, all this other fucking terminology that they created. It's the times. It was the culture. Hell, they called us all kind of shit we ain't agree with. My grandmama used to sit out, we sit at the table, sit watching TV. Man, this African American, why they do this shit? Why they do this shit to us? This African, we don't know nothing about that goddamn place. I can tell you how long my folks been here, such and such and such and such. Why they do that shit? They used to get aggravated because it was picking and fucking with folks. Spitting in our goddamn face, telling us, disassociating us with the land. And then people in the world, around the world, associate America with being white. White people, black people in Africa, they do it all the time. It's like the only people on the planet, look at Germany, a lot of parts of Europe, they get an education that Africa don't get. Africa, you signed the fucking treaties too. The Europeans will tell you, oh, they all black. They was black. That was all lies. Find out Germany, just all you gotta do is go look at German scholars, Swedish scholars. They the main two. German and Swedish scholars, they tell you fucking everything. And Russian. Russian, German, Swedish scholars, some French. Never Spain, but never French either. But I would say German, Swedish, where Nikola Tesla from, them places. They just matter of factual kind of people. They learn all of their shit from the melanoid people around the planet, from all the lands. They knew these things. They got bits and pieces, but they knew these things. They knew how to amalgamate these things, and they communicated with each other either. But there were two sides. There was the political side and the real true. They was trying to distribute some form of intelligence, because some people thought intelligence was extremely important, and they thought being learned and being civilized is extremely important. So now we know that who won those battles, because if you understand how uncivilized we are today, then you'll get it. The lack of appreciation because you don't know history. The lack of appreciation because you don't even know yourself. All you do is want. You want to take. You don't want to know nothing about you, your past. You feel like that's invaluable. It has no value. It's not worth anything. Just forge ahead. No, you can't go no fucking further than what you know about yourself. That's why your ass fizzled out sooner than you can even imagine. You don't have the G2. You don't have the history. You don't have the intelligence. You don't have the blood, and you do not have the mindset because you're too weak to want to learn. And you're too stupid to pursue. So, achievement lies only within. That's the only greatest achievement on the planet is the one conquering self, defeating your lower self, pushing yourself into your higher, best self and vibration while you're here on the planet. If you can do that, we can communicate. Man, you got somewhere. But if you can't do that, if you're so consumed with jealousy, being nasty, despicable, destructive, and awful because you ain't get your way, because you're not who you think you is, that's a personal problem. You have a lot of fucking work to do. But that's the show. That's the show tonight, my people. I appreciate you checking it out. It's Monday, so I got to get up out of here. Always remember, you can change your situation overnight, anytime you feel like it if you want to. But you have to know, the will is yours, for good and for bad.